In 6 months, my life could look completely different, or nothing could change at all. So basically what I'm looking to do here is reinvent myself. So I've been going down this YouTube video rabbit hole of people trying to change their life in 6 months. So I decided to stop watching other people and try it for myself. So I have been having a lot of conversations with ChatGPT about different areas of my life that I think I want to change, things that I care more or care less about, trying to get some priorities straightened out. For the next 6 months, I'm going to be focusing on 6 key goals: health, hobbies, finances, career, lifestyle / environment, time management, and time efficiency. Some of these are going to be concrete arrival points, but some of them are going to be new habits or routines that I put in place. So let's chat about a few things while I work on getting these repotted. Do I have a problem with the Alanis? Maybe. As far as my hobbies, I don't have a pottery wheel at my house. I do have access to one at a studio. That is also hard to set aside the time to go to a studio and sit there for an hour. Okay, so the other hobby that I want to spend more time on is climbing. Second biggest barrier to climbing is the time. Again, I don't mean to be all woe is me about my time, but I truly don't have a lot of time. So it's very difficult to make time for my hobbies. I just got done with my ortho appointment, so apologies for the terrible lighting. My braces are actually a prep for an oral surgery because I'm getting jaw surgery later this year or next year. I'm not sure yet. So exciting, so expensive. But today was just a step up in the wire gauge. So my mouth is just going to be tender for probably a few days. It hurts right now, which it doesn't always. So we'll see how it pans out this week. But anyway, that is one of the motivators for my financial goals, is just saving up for surgery, because it's not guaranteed to be covered by insurance. And even if it is, it's a setup where you have to pay upfront in full, and then you just hope that insurance reimburses you. But there is no option to just pay with insurance. So saving up for surgery, I can do a more thorough breakdown if that's something anybody is interested in. If there are other adults out there with braces, I know when I'm the one with braces, I feel like I'm the only adult in the world who has braces and not Invisalign. And then I go into my orthodontist's office and her patients are 60% adults. And I think, where are you in real life? Because there's so many adults with braces in her office. Anyway, that's the big motivation for my financial goal, is just saving up for that while balancing it out with still investing, which is my primary overarching financial goal at all times. So next thing we got to do is drive to my office. I work a hybrid job, so I'm in the office a couple days a week. This is not one of my normal in-office days. I just have to hand something off to someone. So I'm going to stop in there for 5 minutes, hopefully connect with that person, and then go home for lunch. I'm done at the office. That took literally 2 minutes. So now I'm going to head home and make lunch, but I wanted to talk for a second about career goals. So my 9-to-5 job is good and I enjoy it and it's going fine. And it's kind of in a weird little niche where there's not really room for advancement. It is what it is. It's fine. And there isn't a path of upward anything to either advance my salary or to challenge myself in new and different ways. It just kind of is what it is. So with that being said, my career goals are all focused around outside things like YouTube and content creation. So even though that's not, like, you could think of a career goal in your traditional 9-to-5, that's just not a fit for me right now. And so all of mine are focused on my freelancing content creation side gigs. So for YouTube specifically, I want what every new YouTuber wants, which is to get monetized. That requires 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within the last year. And so that is what I'm aiming to do in 2025. Ironically, decluttering my home revolves pretty heavily around reducing the number of plants. I got into plants shortly after we got our house because I finally had a place where I could have plants. I had good light, I had enough space. And so I started collecting plants off Facebook Marketplace and Nextdoor. So I started collecting plants like 6 years ago-ish. And as much as I still love plants, I don't want my time to revolve around them. So anyway, that is a big part of my home decluttering process, is I want to make sure that the houseplants I have are actually adding to my life and not feeling like a stressor and a burden. So in terms of health, this is kind of in general, but also thinking about going into a surgery later this year. I want to be healthy and strong. And that's kind of where my goal is with health, is just building strength. So 2 things I want to do for that are, number 1, track my protein and aim for 100 grams of protein a day. And number 2 is full body workouts 3 times a week. So I don't like doing a lot of meal prepping. It always just feels like I'm not in the mood for the thing, and by the time I eat it, it's old. So I don't do a lot of meal prepping. One thing I do like doing is prepping staples. So for lunch today, we're doing chicken sandwiches. So I bought chicken at Costco and just breaded it into tenders and sandwiches. And so it gives me some variety, and it's just one meal option, but I don't just like prep chicken for the week and it's sitting in the fridge and I have to eat it. I prefer freezer prepping things that I can pull out as they sound good. And even if some of them are pre-cooked, which this is not, I can make a fresher meal when I'm in the mood for it. So I'm gonna do this in my new air fryer. I am an air fryer fan. I have had one for a couple of years, and I got a bigger one recently so that I can do more things in it at once. So like a meat and a veggie in the 2 different levels of it. That being said, I really need to go shopping and I don't think I have any vegetables. Yeah, I have grapes. Grapes are gonna have to be what's for lunch. But I love that with an air fryer, you can just throw something in, hit start, and 20 minutes later, you have a healthy meal. So I'm now back in my office, and I thought I'd talk to you about the time management and efficiency goals I have, which are really not goals in themselves. They are just there to figure out how to support the rest of my, because in order to get these other things checked off my list, I think I'm going to have to be really efficient with how I use my time. So one thing I've been doing when I'm working is to intentionally go more low stimulation. So not watching YouTube videos or listening to music or anything in the background, and just focusing on work so that I can spend less time doing it, just get it done more efficiently, and train my brain to be okay with not multitasking at all times. I also bought a walking pad recently because it really helps me focus and go more low stimulation when I'm doing something with my body. So I've been walking a mile sometime earlier in the day, and then usually a mile later in the day, kind of breaking it up into 2 sessions. So I've been walking about a mile twice a day, breaking it up a little bit, but that has really helped as well with just limiting distractions and powering through work. So if you stuck around this long, thanks for watching my video, checking out my goals for the next 6 months. Let me know in the comments if you are doing anything similar for the first half of 2025, if you have any of these that you resonate with, or ones that you'd like a deeper dive on specifically. And I'll see you in the next one.